about that time on the air to say what's on my mind. It's your favorite girl, the April Watts Show. Welcome to my world.
It's Magic 95.9 with Baltimore's best variety of R&B. Let me make sure this thing is rolling. We live, but that is okay. April Watts is here with you for Funny Friday, and you know we got to do funny people on Funny Friday. I got my man Capone. I love this dude, one of the realest cats out there. How are you?
I am blessed, beautiful. How are you?
It's good to see you again.
Thank you. You just need a TV show. You good on radio, but that beauty needs to be seen every day.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Do
ma'am.
y'all hear that powers that be? Capone said it. TV1, hello. Can a sister get a show?
Something.
You going to be up on there with me if it happens,
I'll
all
write
right?
everything for you. Yes, I will.
And you have somebody else that's with you as well today.
This is my boy Fig. I don't like to call him an opening act, but we travel together, and he opens up the show.
Okay.
Yeah, we having a lot of fun.
What's up, Fig?
Yeah. Hey.
How you get that name, Fig?
It's just me. First part of my last name, that's all. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what's your last name?
Oh, Lord, here we go. Figueiredo.
Figurino.
Figueiredo. Portuguese last name.
All right.
But I don't speak none of that. I just speak plain Blackanese.
So what have you been up to this past year? I saw you last year.
Yeah.
What's been going on with Team Capone?
Well, Team Capone is still pumping. Fig is a part of Team Capone.
Okay.
I'm also on tour with the New York Kings of Comedy.
What's that about? Who you got on that list? I was like, the New York Kings. And the flyer is tight. I was like, okay.
You. It's me, Talent Harris, Rob Stapleton, Drew Frazier, and Mark Vieira.
Okay.
And just five guys that got tired of waiting for something to happen and decided to make things happen. And, we did everything ourselves, and every show has been selling out. We just did the Apollo, 2 shows sold out. It's an incredible feeling. And now, all of a sudden, everybody's interested.
That's how it happens. That's how it happens.
Yeah.
You got to master PM. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got to master PM.
Exactly. So whoever's coming, they got to come correct, though.
I'm not mad at that.
Yes.
I'm not mad at that. Now, we talked about how Fig got his name.
Right.
How did Derek Lee get the name Capone? Break it down for those who don't know.
Everybody who knows it's been asked a lot of times. I was a street narcotics drug dealer, very notorious.
I like the way you said narcotics. You make it sound so fancy.
Usually I say a pharmaceutical. And the name just kind of stuck with me everywhere I go because, I guess the name Capone represents a gangster. And even on the comedy scene, I gangstered my way into the business. And
I ain't mad at that.
It's never changed.
Sometimes you got to push and shove to get what you want, right?
No question. And I'll be pushing.
So I stalk your Instagram.
Okay.
I follow you.
As I do yours.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I was like, flabbergasted. I know that we're all grown-ups,
right?
But it's hard for me because I don't have any children, so I still think a certain age. And I was like, grandson, because I was like, oh, look at that cute little boy. That must be his son. He said grandson. I was like, Capone is a granddaddy.
Yeah.
How is the daddy life, the granddaddy life, the family life? Tell me about it.
The daddy life is ups and downs.
Okay.
Because as you get older and becoming a successful entertainer, your kids think that everything is handed to them.
Oh, I see.
And I don't do that. I'm an old school fashion father. You have to earn your keep.
That's what's up.
And if you don't respect me, then it is what it is. But now my grandkids on another hand level.
Those eyes just lit up.
Yeah. I love them to death. It's a couple of them.
Okay.
And the great thing about that, at first, me being so young, grandfather, I couldn't get the knack of it.
Right.
But once you meet the kids and you see how intelligent they are, and they just make up names for you, Papa, Granddad, or Buddy. They call me Buddy sometimes. It's just a great feeling, and to see the joy, because I don't see them all the time, and when I do, it's always a special moment.
Okay, so we were talking about you before you came up in here.
Whoa.
And in a good way.
Okay.
In a good way. Talking
Right.
about how you were really, really funny in Paper Soldiers.
Right.
And they mentioned Death of a Dynasty. So is there any plans of you doing any more movies?
Yes. There's quite a few on the table right now. I've been doing short films. One of the biggest short films I have out right now is called Brother.
Okay.
And we did it for free on the internet, just to basically for me to keep my acting going. And yeah, I got a lot of projects working, but also funding my own projects is the thing for me now. I'm not waiting for somebody to give me a script and put me in a role. See, when the internet was created, I always try to tell people, use it for the right reasons. It ain't about putting your business out there, or if you ain't doing something that's going to elevate you in whatever level you're trying to get elevated in, it don't make no sense to use it. Everybody, my boyfriend left this week. Nobody want to hear that. You'll be back together and he'll leave again.
You terrible. You said you'll get back together and he'll leave again.
Yeah, it's just, you want to, I just realized that the internet can be a very dangerous tool, but it also can be so powerful if you use it the right way.
Yeah.
So
it's very powerful. It's like a baby having all this power and not knowing what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
It's just, like you said, it's all in how you use it.
And I learned it from, watching Tyler Perry. Because when Tyler Perry, before he really got those big deals like on TBS, and he gave them a bunch of stuff. And then he was able to get the contract that he wanted once they bought into what he gave them. Here's a free 50 episodes. You can have those. And then now it's time, all right, now I want 200 episodes, and you're going to have to pay for that. Somehow that 50 got paid for.
Sometimes you got to,
Exactly.
Got to give a little to get a whole lot sometimes.
And I
That's
agree.
the way it works. And now with Amazon and you got Netflix and Hulu, and like even Facebook is about to get into original programming.
Right.
So it's wide open right now for everybody.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And you have to take advantage of it. And, I mean, you got to look at the internet. A lot of these guys who are becoming famous, the internet funny. And I, at first, being a comedian for so long, I kind of didn't respect it, but you have to go with the way it flows and become a part of that, especially when you have the experience that you have. Just keep moving forward. I mean, look at us. We're at the radio, and we're more on TV now.
This is for YouTube, and that's on Facebook Live.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's great.
We definitely doing it.
You can follow me, Comedian Capone, on everything except Facebook. Facebook is too many. I got too many pages. I'm trying to delete some. Stop looking for me on Facebook. I mean, they be sneaking old pages.
That's
I deleted.
hilarious.
Yeah. And it's an honor to have a guy like Fig with me because, he's a veteran. He's actually been doing it probably before me.
Wow.
And for him to be humble, because some guys have be pride and I ain't opening for no guy. I've been doing it longer than.
But then that's how you end up with nothing.
Right.
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like everybody has their turn. Everybody has their moment in the sunshine.
Yeah.
And when you get it together, it's going to last longer. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I keep him on the road with me because he's very humble. He's very honest and he's funny.
Funny.
That is people come to see me. They know what I can do.
Funny Fig.
But
that's
they
what I'm
don't.
call you.
He's
Funny
like
Fig, I'll take it. I'll take it.
he's like a secret weapon. Like last night, they were going crazy.
And I also think that says a lot about you because in this business, whether it's comedy, whether it's radio, just in entertainment, period, it's a whole lot of ego in entertainment.
Right.
And I've seen scenarios where, pardon my French, the shit rises to the top.
Right.
And the shit rises to the top because you have people that feel so threatened by somebody else that's talented that is in your presence. You being dope, don't take away from my dopeness.
Exactly.
His dopeness, don't take away from our dopeness. What if we just all be dope together?
Yeah.
My goodness, how powerful would that be?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so, like, I really respect you for
Thank
that.
you.
I
Thank
respect you for that because if everybody had an ego, it's just all about me, then nobody will have anything.
Yeah.
That's true. If we come together, we could really do something.
Yeah.
So how can we follow you on social media, Funny Fig?
You can. I'm Comedian Fig on Instagram. You can definitely follow me on that, and Real Fig on Facebook. REEL on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I ain't finished with y'all.
No, we ain't going
Capone.
nowhere
I'm
yet.
Team
I ain't finished with
Capone,
y'all.
You can follow me, but I'm Team Capone. We
I
gonna
love
do this
it.
together.
I love it. You played this game before, but I'm
Yes.
going to reintroduce you to the game because it's been a year, so you might have forgotten.
You're right.
All right. I take 3 pop culture scenarios. I don't mention the names,
Right.
but I ask you what would you do in those situations. But you can pretty much tell who I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right. Question number 1. Somebody offers you a grip of money to do a soft drink commercial. You get to the set, and the concept is using social injustice and protest to sell soda. WWCD, what would Capone do in this situation?
Depending on that check,
At least you're honest.
I'm very honest. I would do a little research to make sure that the product is not hurting people, but I would probably change the script to fit me better.
Okay.
But I would do it for that big check.
You would do it for that
Yes.
check. What would Fig do, WWFG?
Oh, man. You know what? It really depends. I might turn it down. If I thought it was socially unacceptable to my people and stuff like that, I might walk away. I have a story about I heard about Sidney Poitier years ago when he was struggling, and somebody gave him a part and stuff like that. And even though he was struggling and the money would have helped him and his family, he turned it down. I'd like to think I would turn it down, but then again, like Capone said, it really all depends.
We never know until we are in those situations.
I agree.
We never know. That's just the truth. Okay, question number 2. You're the president of the United States, and you're on the road to impeachment for some shady dealings with Russia. Do you A, let the process play out and face the music, or do you B, attack Syria to create a diversion? WWFG, what would Fig do?
Oh, man. These questions are tough.
Nobody said it was going to be easy, man.
I'd really like to hear what you have to do in my Barack Obama voice.
I might let the process play out. I think I'd let the process play out. Bombing innocent people and stuff like that, that ain't me.
All right.
I ain't bombing Syria. Syria ain't do nothing. You know what I mean? They just trying to create a scapegoat and stuff like that. I let the process play out.
All right. And WWCD, what would Capone do in this situation?
Definitely let the process play out. I've been to prison before, so I would just let it play out. And if they got me to go back to prison, then I would just go back. But
And you
I'm
take
not
it like a man.
Yeah, because I'm not bombing no place, especially knowing that they got some Syrians here that can retaliate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the third and final question. Y'all probably like, whew. The third and final question. You're an NFL quarterback that woke up and took a knee in protest of the national anthem during football season. Your current team is not renewing your contract, and it appears you have been blackballed because no other NFL team has picked you up. WWCD. What would Capone do in this situation?
Capone would go on the internet and tell every American that of color, I did this for y'all. At least do some type of protest for me. I believed in y'all enough to risk everything that I have. Show me that it wasn't done in vain.
Let's mobilize.
Yes.
All right. WWFG. What would Funny Fig do?
Well, listen, first off, I believe in team. And I probably wouldn't have opted out of my $14 million contract if I was him in the first place. But I don't know if I would try and go out to the public as much, but I definitely within the NFL teams and stuff like that, all of the black players in the NFL, I'm like, listen, y'all know what this is. You know, I need y'all support. And I would ask the players through the Players Association and stuff like that to support me because you know why it is. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And for him not to get a shot, it definitely screams a blackball.
I forgot what team that it is, but somebody is looking at Johnny Manziel with all the baggage that he comes with all the drug problems, the alcoholism, all of that.
Let's say it true if he's white.
They're looking at him,
Right.
But
Right.
Colin Kaepernick, who might not be the Colin Kaepernick that he was 3 years ago or whatever, but he's still a damn good football player. Like,
Right.
why is
Exactly.
nobody looking at him? And like, I keep trying to tell people too that I don't think patriotism has anything to do with it.
Right.
It's the fact that he defied them.
Yeah.
Right.
They have a problem with that because what people don't realize is all of those patriotic acts or
Right.
whatever, the NFL gets paid for
Right.
from the government. So he
Right.
messing with their bottom line
With that money.
when he took that knee. He was messing with the money. And he stood on his principles, and they were like, how dare he defy us? We told him to do something, so they have to make an example out of him and get rid of him before anybody else gets any ideas. That's what I think it is.
Right. Well, I mean, we can go very deep, but I'm going to just say this, that's the problem with us, period. Anytime, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say his
You can say
name
what you
on
want.
the. All right,
You can say what you want.
It's the same thing I feel with Steve Harvey. I've listened to Steve Harvey, and I've heard him talk about the president like a dog, and said all kinds of bad things, but then met with him. And what I feel,
and it changed.
It changed all of a sudden because the powers that be whispered in his ear, in case you don't know, that guy owns this radio station. That guy is partners with the people who owns such and such and Family Feud and all of that you got going on. He's a part of that. So him being a part of that, I think you need to change your story or you're going to be out in the cold. Because D.L. Hughley, who I have a lot of respect for.
I love D.L. I love D.L.
Absolutely.
Has not changed and he will not change. He don't care what radio station is paying him or what he's connected to. He says what he feels. And for that man to just change and out of nowhere meet up with him and then start telling people don't disrespect the president and he's really a cool guy. Come on. We know what that is. That's them powers up there telling you.
His face just looked a little scared to me. Like,
of course.
He looked shook when he came out of that meeting. That's just my opinion. Like, I'm really good at reading people.
Yes.
I will never say what happened because I wasn't in the room. I don't know.
Right.
But all I can say is when he came out of the meeting and he said what he said about he seemed like a good guy and a genuine guy, whatever, his face just looked shook to me.
You have to look at everything that's connected to Donald Trump. And I know it because there was another station that was dissing him with some ladies, and they are off the air now.
Are you
because
serious?
Of that. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So when you speak and you got power in its business, whoever owns this, hey, tell him to calm down or,
or else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
They do that a lot to African American players when they have endorsement deals and stuff like that. There's only so much that you can say, or you lose your money.
But
that's the first thing that's the American way. I realize that America is a business. You know what I mean? It's a corporation. That's the first thing that they go for is they go for the money. They always want to take your money away. Look, we're talking about him right now, Colin Kaepernick. They're taking his money away because you had the audacity to stand up for black people getting killed in the street by the police department. He said, well, if this country could, say that that's okay, then I'm going to take a knee. I can't stand for your national anthem, and that stands for it's okay.
Hurt anybody.
He didn't hurt anybody.
You got rapists in the NFL. You got killers. You got just horrible people, domestic
addicts, domestic
violence,
everything.
All of that.
Beat your wife up and then go play Sunday.
Right.
And nobody cares.
As long as it's not on camera, though, because if you get on court on camera, then
no, you get suspended. You still don't get kicked out. You don't get blackballed.
It's just whew.
Right, but taking the knee,
this is the one thing that I can say that's good about it is that all of the stuff that's happening, it's in our face now.
Yep.
Camera wise,
it's in our face.
Yep. It's up to you to make a change and make a stand. There's one thing that we all gonna do. We're gonna die. So if you're afraid to die, you're gonna live in this type of situation for the rest of your life.
And I think right now, like in these days and times, your job is so very important because people need some sort of reprieve from all of this. Like, we can't forget about it, but we need a different perspective on it. We need to be able to laugh even though ain't a damn thing funny. You know what I'm saying? So we are looking towards comedians, one, to give us some relief from all of this. But then also, I think it's going to get to a point, especially with Trump in office, and he's really operating like a dictator. It's going to get to a point where the only people that can speak out about these things and not fear some sort of like real backlash from it is comedians. Well, so I respect what you do. I love what you do. And please continue to do it.
I don't hold my tongue.
I know. I already know.
She's magical. You see what he did that? All right, we back. Okay.
He's stupid. Why do we do that? Like, all of us be like,
that's
it's something about
thing.
that that just make me feel good. I'll be like, anyway.
It's like, give me your spirit.
I make fun of it so much. I did it one day in the car. I was like, what?
It's like, hold up.
Something got in my hand. I don't know what that was.
Okay, so I always give people that I love the last word on the show. Any final words for Baltimore?
We all need to come together.
Yep.
Bottom line.
Yes.
It's about that time on the air to say what's on my mind. It's your favorite girl, the April Watch Show. Welcome to my world.